Hello again. What we're going to do today is jump into some of the AI features within Canva. So what I've done here is just created a blank canvas and add some stock images within Canva. These were literally just taken through any images in here. You can grab whatever you want, or also obviously upload your own images as well. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is expand this image. So let's just say I wanted a wider image for my website. This is a really great tool to come in here, and let's say you want one of those long, skinny hero banners on your website, and this just isn't wide enough. So what we can do is come in here and extend the photo using AI. So the way we do that is we edit the image and we go magic expand, and we want to make sure we choose the free form. So now what we're going to do is just drag the arrow out as far as you want. I'm going to go the whole distance. And now we're going to get Canva to do its thing. So it's going to read the data of the current image and generate 4 options for us that we can use. And then you'll have full editing capabilities again with the image. Okay, so now you can see we're getting 3 options coming in. The first one, we've got some sort of a green pole that it wants to have there. It's got its idea of a chair. Generally, you're going to have some throwaway ones, but usually there's always some pretty good ones in there. So I'm going to do that one. Another option that you can do, if you're finding that it's just going a little bit crazy with the AI, you could do little bit by little bit. So what I'm going to do is cancel that, and we're going to start from scratch. I wanted to show you that version first because I think majority of the people will go to the end product first. But what we can do is go little bit by little bit. So let's do the same process again. We're going to edit the image, and this time we'll go to magic expand. Same thing again, same process, freeform, drag the arrows, but let's just do a little bit. So what we're going to see is just a little bit of an addition of the photo. So we don't want the AI going too crazy with thinking what we want to put in it. I just want it to give me basically keep going with what's already there. Now, it'll really depend on the image that you have. Obviously, this image has a little bit of some sort of a branding up there, which is obviously continuing. But as you can see, this is a lot more realistic to what we had previously. So I really like that. I'm going to go with that. And now you can do the same process again. Edit the image, magic expand, freeform, and we're going to drag it out a little bit more again. Click magic expand. So it is a little bit of a time process. However, if you've got that image that you really want to use, it's a great way of doing it. So you can create any image that you want to be portrait or landscape just simply by dragging out the corners and wherever you want to go. So now we're getting a much more realistic version than what we had before. Let's double check all the different options that we had. Okay, so we're losing a little bit of the detail of the wall. As I said, it is AI image generation. It's not going to be absolutely 1000% perfect. But if you're happy with things like that, then there you go. That's how you do it. Now, the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to cancel that one and just go back to what we had originally. Alrighty. Now what we want to do is, let's say I want to move this guy over to just balance the image a little bit more. It's quiet, there's lots going on here, but there's not a lot going on here. So I actually want to move him over this sort of area. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit the image again, and this time we're going to select magic grab. All of these things, magic expand, magic edit, magic grab, these are all Canva's AI tools or AI features in what they call Magic Studio. So this is Canva's AI section, basically. So I'm going to go to magic grab, and Canva is going to analyze the image, as you can just see there, and it's going to highlight the various parts of what it thinks that I want to select. you've got two options. You can do the automatic selection, or you can actually use the brush. And let's say I wanted to grab that. I'm not going to do it now, but you could, grab that, grab anything that you want and start doing it. So I'm going to go to the click because I want him perfectly. So Canva's analyzed him. Let's go grab. Okay, so now we have our image and we're ready to move it. So now if I move it over here, we can balance him out a little bit more. Balance the photo, and now it looks like you have a bit more space between the two people and it's not so empty over here. The other thing you can do with that is this is now its own isolated picture. So I can copy that and add it into a blank canvas. And now I have that isolated part of the image. So at the moment, obviously it looks very fake. It just looks like there's no depth or anything like that. So what I would do there is we now have full capabilities to edit this image like we would any other image. So I'm going to edit it again. This time I'm going to come down to the effects and I'm going to give it a shadow. And the type of shadow I want is a backdrop shadow. So you can see there, now we have, if I put him down on the bottom, let's say, you can make him bigger. Now it's a little bit more realistic, a bit more lifelike. If you wanted to scroll in and see, we've got a little bit of the table here, and this is where it gets a bit more detailed. What we can do is edit this again, and this time we can go into Magic Eraser. And this works in any image as well. What I'm going to do is click the brush. I'm not going to use this. I want full control, so I'm going to zoom right in over here, and I'm going to make my brush nice and small. And I just want to get rid of these little bits from the previous image that have come across, like that. A little bit of the table. And you know what, while I'm at it, I'll get rid of that part of his pant that is looking a bit odd, and this part of his hand there as well. And let's erase those. And now if we go back to our image, scroll back out, and now we've lost that little part that's hanging out and it's a bit more cleaner. So you could really layer these up. You could go to another image and just keep getting as many things as you want. Edit the image, magic grab. Let's just say I want to do a whole bunch of layers. I want these. And I want that one. So let's grab those. Okay, and now we have full control over where we want to put those. So again, we can copy that, bring it into this one, drop it in if you're doing a whole bunch of layers. Again, I would probably give it a little bit of a shadow. And for this one, I'm probably going to do, I think, a bit of a glow just to make it, or maybe an outline, a drop. Yeah, let's give it a drop. And you can control, again, how big that shadow is. So the blur amount, I mean, you can go nuts with it. Up to you. Whatever you feel is best. And now it looks like we've got a pair of shoes sitting there. Let's just expand that a little bit so we get the full shadow. Just make sure you keep an eye on where the shadows get cut off. But now that's how you do it. So there you go. There's some of the features within Canva's AI capabilities. Enjoy.